all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. Equal rights?
As far as the NGO is concerned, the partnership was very productive and meaningful because it eventually led to the abolition of the death penalty law in the country in June 2006.
We value this as much as everyone does.
Our project contributed to the abolition of the death penalty and the promulgation of the rule on DNA evidence, which includes post-conviction DNA testing.
Respect for human rights is one of the foundations of the European Union. Together with fundamental freedoms, democracy, and the rule of law, the European Union believes that there can be no lasting peace or no sustainable development without human rights. The European Union and the Philippines, cooperating in support of integrity and human rights. The European Union, the Philippines, partner in good governance with more than 10 million euros in grants for governance projects. The European Union supports governance to reduce poverty and achieve development, fighting corruption, improving access to justice for the poor.
Project funded by the European Union, we called it Access to Justice for the Poor. This is part of promoting good governance through poverty reduction and making the poor, the vulnerable, especially the women and children, to know more of their rights.
Fighting money laundering.
Now, with this technical assistance and training program, anti-money laundering desks in all concerned government agencies have become more effective.
And combating human trafficking and exploitation. Working with the Philippines to promote respect for human rights and fundamental freedoms. The European Union and the Philippines, promoting governance to reduce poverty.
We only have one world, and the European Union is committed to preserve it. With environmental projects reaching more than 45 million euros. We help Filipino NGOs to preserve the few remaining primary forests through community-based forest management approaches, and so much more.
The EU was very generous in giving us another way to continue yung forest conservation projects para magkaroon ng talaga ng batas na magpoprotekta for the remaining forests.
We assist in the preservation of Philippine biodiversity richness through our support program to the ASEAN Center for Biodiversity. We promote sustainable ways for industrial production and better waste management practices to improve the living conditions in urban areas. European Union, helping save the world and our common future.
The European Union, assisting the Philippines in building an environment conducive to trade and investment. The European Union is the largest export market of the Philippines and the country's fourth largest overall trading partner. In addition, the European Union's trade-related assistance programs facilitate healthy two-way trade flows. European Union is host to about 1 million OFWs, the second largest source of foreign exchange remittances, and the fourth largest source of tourists to Philippines, with about 271,000 visitors in 2008. In 2008, European Union topped foreign equity investments into Philippines. European Union, number one source of foreign bank credit for Philippines.
Malaki talaga ang maitutulong nito dahil una-una sa lahat magkakaroon tayo ng malinis at saka safe na kopra na makapagdulot sa atin ng kabutihan din sa ating paggamit.
Ngayon, unti-unti na naman dumadami yung mga natin, approved establishment. Tumataas ang export natin, employment, generate ng employment.
With the strength of the euro, it is now the third reserve currency for the Philippines, the European Union, ensuring that its market is open to the Philippines and the world.
Ganito ang buhay namin araw-araw. Tila walang patutunguhan. Kailan matutuldukan ang kaguluhan ito? Buti may katuwang kami.
Masaya po kami dahil yung iyo, dahil sila nagbibigay ng marami pang mga programa.
Nabigyan kami ng libreng pabahay. Natulungan ang mga nangangailangan. Nalagyan ng laman ang kumakalam naming sigmura.
I-engage kami ng pagtatanim din ng gulay. So isang bagay na rin yun na makatulong sa aming income, matulungan yung aming pang-araw-araw na mga pangangailangan.
Mga hinaing namin napakinggan. Sa tulong nyo, naging magaan ang buhay namin. Ang European Union kaagapay ng Pilipinas tungo sa kapayapaan.
European Union and the Philippines. Miles apart, but are brought together by cultural heritage and shared values. These are what bind us together. These are what kept us together. Strengthening trust.
The content is also nice, and it can help children in enhancing their skills, and it will also help you understand EU better and their goals in helping the Philippines.
Goodwill. And friendship. The European Union, united in diversity with the Philippines.
Many Filipinos live in difficult circumstances. Poverty, violence, natural calamities. The children will be compelled to live lives of poverty unless the cycle is broken. We must hope. We must act. We must believe. Every life has equal value. With development and support for the Millennium Development Goals being at the heart of the European Union's external action, the war on poverty can be won. The European Union, an important partner in fulfilling every Filipino's dream for a brighter tomorrow. The European Union, 27 member states and 488 million citizens united in diversity. European Union and Philippines, a strong and comprehensive partnership, helping reduce poverty in the Philippines, promoting investment and two-way trade flows, promoting good governance, upholding integrity and human rights, working towards peace and prosperity in Mindanao, sharing richness of European culture heritage, leading in saving the environment. The European Union, working in partnership with the Philippines for a brighter tomorrow.